Hello, dear friends. Happy November and welcome back to my channel. I'm Karol Pauline and I'm here to talk about all of my October favorites. I'm already gonna jump straight into it because I have so much to talk about. First thing I'm gonna talk about with you guys is all of my favorite book things. I'm gonna start strongly with something that I've kind of been doing within the past few months rather than just October, but kind of a big solidifying thing that meshes into everything I have to talk about, would be collecting library cards all around California. I have 5 with me right now, and I have to share with you my San Diego card, LA County, Riverside, Kern County, and the Fullerton Snoopy edition. Shout out to my mom. She's the one who actually told me about it because I was on a trip with my boyfriend, and then she was like, hey, just so you know, there's a Snoopy edition. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna go get it. And I did actually. So these are all of my library cards. I didn't intentionally get them all as green. It wasn't until I got to Riverside that I was like, oh, all my library cards are green. So I guess I'm gonna stick with that kind of theme when I continue to collect them all around California. But the reason I bring these up, and besides the entirety of, supporting our libraries in this very interesting age that we're in, the reason why I'm so happy and want to share my love for these library cards is because I do take advantage of all of the online library books that they provide. Because of all of these 5 different county libraries, I have access to all of their online stuff through the Libby app, which means I've actually begun getting into audiobooks. I feel like a very audiobook baby, but because I'm a college student and I'm incredibly busy because I'm in STEM, I don't have enough time to kind of sit down and read books the way I did over the summer, which is really heartbreaking because a big part of reading for me would definitely be the meditative process of sitting down, opening the book, reading the words, reading the ink on the page. But that doesn't discredit anybody who listens to audiobooks, because at the end of the day, I'm reading books for the stories, and I've begun doing just that. So I've had a great time with that, especially considering that I commute like 2 hours every single day, which is a lot of driving time, which also means it's prime audiobook time. All of that said and done, my favorite book so far for October has been Tom Lake by Anne Patchett, voiced by Meryl Streep, which I listened to on the audiobook, and this is a 6-star book for me. It has become one of my favorite books of all time. And if there's anything I've ever learned when it comes to listening to audiobooks, it's that I almost always regret not buying the book itself and kind of listening along and writing and annotating, because this is definitely going to be a book that I want to reread in the future, something I want to enjoy, analyze, own, all of that stuff. But you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, so let me tell you right now. Tom Lake by Anne Patchett is a dual timeline story about Laura, and she's telling the story of how she fell in love and dated a very hot movie star back in her 20s, and she's relaying this information modern day. Well, this is set in COVID, but that's not that big of a deal, honestly, to her 3 20-year-old daughters, and they live on this cherry farm, and it's a very slow kind of meditative reflection on kind of how understanding the love that parents have for their children, along with kind of as a woman, as a mother, as a person, period, how parents obviously had lives before they had their children. And throughout the story, you're listening to Laura, the main character, just kind of talk about like, oh wow, my daughter does this and she's definitely her father, and oh my goodness, yes, like I used to tell the story to them when they were kids, but now I'm gonna give them a little bit more information. I'm gonna tell them a little bit more of this, but I'm still gonna hold a little bit of that piece for myself. And it's just kind of this wonderful exploration of love and family. And really what I took away from it was the not only contentment, but just the joy of choosing a different lifestyle. Because throughout the book, her children, or at least one of her girls is like, why didn't you become a movie star? You could have stayed an actor. You could have had this glamorous life, and we're living on a cherry farm. And while they don't hate their lives, they're like, man, like you could have done so much more. But Laura, our main character, after living such a glamorous kind of busy lifestyle, she does at the end of the day choose to settle down, and she chooses the life that she has, and she loves it. And it's just such a wonderful, comfy book. If you guys love Little Women, if you guys love Mamma Mia, because again, the voice of our main character is Meryl Streep herself. I saw in an interview somewhere that Anne Patchett said that yes, Meryl Streep was the only person I can ever think of being the voice. She's the entire, like, the voice of her character. It was truly perfect. So if you love Mamma Mia, if you love Little Women, even if you loved what is it called, Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors, if you love a very feminine, I keep saying love, but like a loving story of life and love and loss and change and growth, this is the book. It's one of my favorites. This is one of my 6-star reads of the entirety of 2025. I absolutely adored it, and I really regret not buying the book. But one day I will. One day I definitely will. I think it's the perfect kind of autumnal and winter read. A lot of reflective, a lot of like relaxed stuff with a bit of fun story. I will say though, the story itself isn't super riveting, if that makes sense. The story that Laura tells her children about her falling in love with, I believe his name was like Dean, this famous movie star. It's nothing super crazy. There's some drama, but it truly is a coming of age story for Laura, along with the reflection of the life that she's built with her family now. So I wouldn't say it's a very drama-filled story. It's nothing super fast-paced, but it is kind of a cozy, loving read. And if you guys are looking for that, I definitely recommend it. Okay, I had to grab everything for this, but the next thing I'm going to go and move on to is all of my favorite autumn scents from October. I had been looking for quite a while because I am finally starting to get into perfumes, and you guys are probably going to laugh at me, but let me tell my little story first, is that I have been trying to get into perfumes. I finally bought one in Paris. It's this very sweet rosy scent, but it's giving more spring and summer rather than autumn. And autumn, my favorite things, I guess I'm kind of going off track here, but one of my favorite things when it comes to autumn would be the holiday drinks that all of the places give out, specifically Dutch Bros. I love the cookie flavors. I love all cookie flavors. I think cookies are one of my favorite, like, sweet treats. I feel like there's nothing that, like a fresh, warm cookie, a cookie flavored coffee. Oh, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. Campfires, s'mores, anything like that. Favorite. That being said, I'd been looking for a sort of vanilla-y, excuse me, I hiccuped. I've been looking for a very vanilla-y, warm scent, but I was also very, like, adamant about not choosing a vanilla scent because I feel like, oh god, that's so basic. But I ended up giving in. It took me a while because I went around to a bunch of different stores looking and smelling all the expensive, all the cheaper scents. And you guys are gonna laugh at me if you are in the scent perfume category of this weird niche of Book Talk and Journal. But the fall scent that I've chosen is the Bath & Body Works Vanilla Cafe. And I just dropped it. It's okay. I have the travel size of the Vanilla Cafe. Turns out Bath & Body Works has like 4 or 5 different vanilla scents. I'm gonna spray right now, actually. I know nothing about scents and notes. My boyfriend probably knows a lot more than I do, but I smelled all of them. It's a vanilla cafe. It's giving warm cafe, not like coffee, but vanilla-y, as if you've kind of walked in and they're like finishing, maybe making a baked good or something. Absolutely delectable, gorgeous. When I was at a cafe, actually, where I'm a regular at, the waitress server, she was like, oh my gosh, you smell amazing. And I was like, thank you. And that is the first time I've ever gotten a sort of scent compliment. I usually don't get that. I've had it on my car and my room, but not me. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was really happy about that. And this is the kind of scent I bought. I only got the travel size, the 7 milliliters, because I don't really know how much I'm going to use it, but I am really enjoying it. I've been using it quite a lot. Hopefully it lasts throughout the entirety of the season, but that is the scent I've been using. I'm going to pick this up now because this is actually what's smelling in my room right now, and kind of to continue on and emphasize just how much I love cookies. I'm like slashing the wax around, oh my gosh. I have the chocolate chip cookie Snoopy scent from Ulta. I had my mom pick it up for me because I was like, oh my gosh, I smelled it in the store, but I was like, I'm gonna hold back on it. Having a 3-wick candle in my room isn't the best for me. I always need to crack open a window afterwards because it's just so overwhelming. This is definitely more like if you have a home, if you have an entire apartment instead of just a room. But I'm selfish and I love the scent of it, so I've slowly been wearing it down. It even has the fragrance recipe on the back. I don't know if you can read it, which I'm not too sure how that works. I'm actually not sure how that works. If I can, maybe it's kind of like those warm pots that you make in your home and you kind of just let it simmer. I don't really know, but it smells like a cookie. There's literally no other way to like describe it. It smells like a hot chocolate chip cookie. When I had some of my friends over, my brother was like, I smell a cookie. Where's that cookie coming from? And I was like, the candle. Because I love my cookie scents. I love my warm cookie scents. It's amazing. It's a gem. And I just love smelling like cookies. Okay, let me move on to the next category. Alright, so the next thing that I have on my list that I want to share with you guys would be the kind of fashion area. The first thing that I have on here, which I don't have in my room, I'll probably just put a little picture right here, would be my boots. I got these Doc Martens for work because I've been meaning to invest in better shoes at my job. I've been working at the same job since I was 16, and it's fast food and it's non-slip, and I've gone through 2 different pairs of shoes. One of them was the Walmart non-slip ones, which broke after like a year, and then I had the Croc non-slips, which did not feel comfortable at all. I hated them. I hated wearing them. They hurt so much, and because of the place that I live in, the heat and keeping them in my car would literally melt them. So I had shrunken shoes until the snaps at the end finally broke off, and I was like, okay, let me finally invest. I've been working here for so long, and even at the end of the day, I'm buying boots for the fall season. And I remember I did an Instagram poll because I was like, they kind of look ugly. I was like, do I trust it? Like, they look good on people, but it looks really ugly on its own. And I was like, okay, they're on sale. I do like the brown more than I like the black. And I trusted myself, and I've been wearing them everywhere. I've worn them outside of work. I've worn them at work. They work just fine. If you guys work fast food, or if you work kind of in like a waitressing sort of thing where you need non-slip, these boots are absolutely amazing. I love them. They're so gorgeous. They go with so many of my outfits. I love them so much, and I really hope that there's pictures up here. But those are the boots that I've been wearing for the fall season. I love them so much, and I just keep emphasizing that. So we're gonna move on to the next thing. In terms of fashion, given the fall era, I think I'm really growing as a person. I'm not too sure, but if you guys look around my room, you could tell I have a very lighter color aesthetic. I have my Howl's Moving Castle jacket right in front of me that my boyfriend gave me. A lot of clothes I wear are very like white and light colors, and I love that. But given the autumnal season and October itself, I have really gravitated to the color red, but specifically dark reds. A lot of dark red outfits I've been wearing, along with dark blue. I actually don't know where this one blue shirt is. It's the perfect color, and given where I live, it's been switching between the 60s and the 80s every single week, and I cannot find it. It's been driving me nuts. But this entire October season, I've been wearing a lot of dark reds, a lot of dark blues, kind of giving into my dark skin, the brown, hello. And not to say I never wore dark colors, but really it was like a fun contrast. I wear a lot of white, so choosing darker reds, which if anyone knows me in real life, they know that my sibling is the dark red and I'm typically the blue, whether it be light or like dark, but I've been wearing a lot of it. I've been wearing it a lot, and this is really an excuse for me to just show off my outfits. So yeah, there's that. And then what I also have in here would be some products. Once again, to clarify, every time I do these type of videos, by no means am I trying to promote anything to you guys. I'm not sponsored by anybody. You don't have to go and buy this. Given our economic state here in the States, do not let me, don't. I'm not here to influence you guys. I'm just here to share what I've been loving, which, for one, I got this when I had a gift card. I had a $20 gift card, and I went to Ulta, and I ended up getting the Benetint Benefit lip tint. I think you can see right here on my finger, because I'm always smudging it a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my lips, a little on my cheeks as my blush. I do have a blush that I use, but this, I love it. I love it so much. I've always felt like I needed a bit more color to my lips, a little bit darker given the autumnal season, and I've really been loving it. This is in the shade, I don't know, dark cherry tinted lip Cheek and Stain. Does this have the name on it? I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's just dark cherry. But hopefully you guys can see the color and you enjoy it. But there's that. I've been loving it. I think it's great. It's so cute. It's so chic. And this is definitely proven to have gone down. I've used this so much. Is the Cream Shop Miffy lip gloss. I have been using this everywhere, reapplying it to myself constantly. And you can tell. I'm not too sure if I'm going to repurchase it. Not to say that it isn't a good product, but just to say that I do like experimenting on different lip products. But yeah, I've been using this. That's actually the combo I'm wearing right now. And I've been loving it. And the final thing I have to share with you guys in fashion I haven't really worn a lot of it. I think I've only worn it twice. If I have any photos or videos, I'll sit to the side for a bit. If I don't, this is gonna be real awkward. But one of my favorite things of the fall season has been the genre of big sweater, small pants, or like shorts. Typically with tights, given that it's cold outside. I love it. I think it's so freaking cute. I think it's adorable. I love the big sweaters. It's so cute. It is so cute. And I was working one time and 2 girls came in and I was like, Waloa? I don't know. They could have just been best friends. I didn't ask. But one of them, she was I think she was Filipino, if I'm being honest. She was this like cutesy Filipino girl. She had a very brown outfit, big sweater, little like jeans skirt. She had the tights, she had the boots and everything, and she was just stunning. And I was like, wow, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, your outfit's amazing. And then her friend, who is Caucasian, she was white, she had a light pink sweater, her hair was bright blonde, she also had like a little skirt. They were like little opposites of each other. It was so stinking cute, and I was like, you guys are actually like, you guys are gorgeous. Can I like take a picture of your eyes? They were so cute. They were adorable and I love them so much. But they are kind of what I've seen a lot of it on like Instagram and stuff. And even my brother called me out. He's like, this is a new look for you. It's not bad, but it's a new look. Because I'm always trying new things out. I really like it. I think it's so cute. I think I just need to invest I really don't. I don't need to invest in jean shorts. I've just been using shorts with the outfits, but it's such a cute genre. It's such a cute genre. I love it. I love every woman that wears it. I think you're all beautiful. I think you're all lovely. So, yeah. But going back to this real quick, because I remembered, and I do want to ask, if you guys have any lip gloss recommendations, please tell me. Please tell me, because this is running out, and while I'm not going to immediately purchase anything new, I would like to know if you guys have any lip gloss recommendations. I'm looking for a darker color. And the final thing that I'm going to be talking about here is kind of in the academic sphere, kind of in the academic space, but also for all of the girls who just want to go outside and read, to just kind of want to enjoy their lives, would be my local Yemeni cafe. We have 2 locations here in my town of Mokahima Cafe. I love them. I love them so much. I used to go quite a bit on one of their locations, but they recently opened a new one that's closer to my home. And the thing that I absolutely adore about many cafes is kind of how there's a nightlife with their culture. So that means that their cafes stay open late. As a college student and as a person in STEM, I have had to spend so many nights out, like studying, except typically libraries close at 7, they close at whatever time, etc. Cafes close pretty like early, 6, 7, maybe even 3 p.m. And I'm the type of girl who doesn't really do well studying at home. Once I get home, I immediately want to curl up, read a book, watch a movie or something like that, rather than study. So I typically go out to libraries and cafes for that. But many cafes stay open till 10 p.m. 10 and 9 p.m. latest. It's absolutely amazing. Their food is great. Here's some proof that I go there pretty often. I absolutely adored it. I've been going multiple times every single week. My favorite thing from this cafe would be their matcha. I don't love their coffee. Not to say that their coffee isn't good, it just isn't my style, but their matcha. Oh my god, their matcha is so good. It's so rich. It's so dark and green. It's a great price. But my also favorite snack there has been this honeycomb bread, where it's, lathered in honey. It has cream cheese inside, and they warm it up for you, and it's just so freaking good. It's amazing. It's so delicious. So I've been spending a lot of my time there, and I definitely recommend that you guys kind of go around and find a good place to go. Once again, if you're a student and you need a place to study until 10 p.m., Yemeni cafes are where it's at. They are where it's at, and I love them, and I love just supporting my local cafes here in my community. But that is all that I have to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I haven't really done one of these videos in a long time. I think the last one I did was January and February, which is really funny given we're at the end of the year. But if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe. This is making me cringe kind of asking you guys to do that, so I think I'm just gonna go now. I'm gonna go now. Bye.